The price of unity. The Yralar Council had never been particularly fond of Earth. From the moment they first made contact with humanity, they had seen it as a planet full of contradictions, an anomaly in the galaxy, a species that could not seem to agree on anything, divided by borders, ideologies, and endless conflicts. The Yralar, with their supreme focus on unity and collective will, had watched with amusement as Earth's nations fought among themselves. It was no surprise then that when another alien race, the Rithar, decided to invade, the Yralar merely observed, waiting to see if humanity would collapse as they had expected. The Yralar Council gathered in their meeting hall, high above the icy plains of their homeworld. The long translucent tables shimmered as the councillors convened to discuss the ongoing situation. The atmosphere was tense, though not from fear. Their concern was a more subtle one, an interest in how the Rithar's invasion of Earth would unfold. Earth had been a thorn in their side for centuries, a planet full of contradictions they didn't fully understand. Its fractured state had made it easy for the Yralar to dismiss humanity as a non-threat, and they had kept a distant, almost indifferent view toward Earth's growing influence. Now, however, it was different. The Rithar had attacked. "Have you been watching the Earth?" Councillor Talkal's voice, deep and resonant, echoed through the chamber. "The Rithar will wipe them out swiftly. Their disarray will be their undoing." A sharp, almost calculating silence fell across the room. Other councillors exchanged glances, some nodding in agreement, others more hesitant. The Rithar, a species of methodical and organized conquerors, were one of the few forces in the galaxy that the Yralar genuinely respected, at least when it came to warfare. Their discipline was unmatched. Another councillor, Rithar, an expert in interspecies conflict, leaned forward, his three eyes narrowing in thought. It should have been easy. Their military is fractured, their nations constantly at odds with each other. The Rithar will not have to work hard to subjugate them. "Yes, but what about the humans themselves?" Talkal said with growing curiosity. "Their internal divisions are their weakness. Their fragmentation will be their downfall, as it always has been. What is happening on Earth now will be no different from the past." The rest of the council murmured in agreement until the data began streaming in. The Yralar had a highly advanced network for monitoring galactic events, and the first signs of Earth's response to the invasion were unsettling. What they saw baffled them. The invaders had arrived with overwhelming force, expecting to crush humanity's scattered forces. However, instead of chaos, they encountered rapid and unexpected cooperation. Communications between Earth's fractured nations ceased to be divisive. Borders blurred, alliances formed instantaneously. Military operations were synchronized across continents as if they had always been working together. The humans, despite their chaotic world, had found a common cause, and they responded with a ferocity that caught even the Rithar off guard. Talhal's voice grew quiet, almost reverent. "Impossible." Rithar was the first to break the silence. "Look, the humans have ceased their infighting. Their armies, once at odds, are coordinating on a global scale. They are not crumbling as we expected. They are uniting, not through harmony, but through necessity." The Yralar had always believed that unity was the key to strength. Their own society was founded upon it, the individual subsumed into the collective will, where every thought was shared and all actions synchronized. But the humans were doing something they had never seen before. When threatened, their disunity became their strength. They did not need to be unified in purpose or thought. They simply needed to stand together against a common enemy. Rithar observed the data streams carefully. It is not just unity in their actions, it is adaptability. They are adjusting, improvising, and using everything at their disposal. Their disorganization breeds creativity. Their chaos creates opportunities they can seize in an instant. Not just their armies, Talkal added, his tone growing darker. Their civilians are mobilizing too. Scientists, engineers, and even their ordinary people are contributing. It is as if all of Earth is one enormous machine, each part working together, whether it wishes to or not. A third councillor, Zirtok, leaned forward, his face tight with concern. This was not how it was supposed to go. The Rithar. They are losing ground. Indeed, the reports now indicated that the Rithar, despite their technological superiority and disciplined tactics, were being pushed back. The humans were doing the impossible, repelling a force far greater than their own with sheer, unrelenting adaptability. The Yralar watched as Earth's forces, once disjointed, were using guerrilla tactics, local knowledge and makeshift weapons to devastating effect. The Yralar Council, who had once dismissed humanity as an easy conquest, now had doubts. Humanity's greatest strength lay not in its technological prowess or its unity, it was in the chaotic, unpredictable nature of the species itself. The humans were improvising, evolving in real time. Their greatest weapon was their ability to adapt to any situation, and it was proving more formidable than any machine or battle plan. Talhal sighed heavily, staring at the holographic maps. This is not how we expected it to unfold. The Rithar may yet win the battle, but this is not the victory they anticipated. We will have to watch them carefully now, the humans. They will not be easily subjugated, not now, not ever. Rithar nodded, his multiple eyes focused on the chaotic brilliance of Earth's resistance. We have miscalculated. We thought that their disunity would cripple them. But what we fail to understand is that they are not weakened by division, they are empowered by it. Zirtok folded his arms in resignation. The Rithar will learn this lesson the hard way, and the humans will make sure they never forget it. The Yralar Council watched as the battle raged on. Earth had not united in the way the Rithar, or even the Yralar, had expected. There was no singular collective consciousness binding humanity. There was only an unyielding will to survive, to innovate, to overcome. The war was not over, but the Rithar would now face an enemy that could not be easily defeated by overwhelming force. And as the Yralar watched the humans' resilience, they understood something important. Perhaps the greatest weapon humanity possessed was the very thing that had made them seem weak in the first place. Their refusal to ever be fully united, because in that division they were stronger than any single, coordinated force.